to the puck drops here. Sorry, we're a little late, but it is late in the second period, and we have the Four Nations games. I'll try to do as many as possible. Not sure how many I'll be able to do, but yes. And we are ready to go here. It is Sweden trailing by one. Canada brings it up. That puck shanked wide. McDavid off the corner. Slipped it. Reinhart comes out behind the net. There's Morrissey. Josh Morrissey from the Winnipeg Jets slid one through. There's Victor Hedman. Slammed off the dasher. Carlson over to Ristolainen on the drop pass. Taves with a good poke check. That's Devon Taves, for those wondering, not Jonathan Taves. 25 seconds left in the second. And Canada will kind of pirouette here with it. Ekholm fed one on back. 5 seconds left in the period. Canada in their own zone, holding the 2-goal lead, 14-12 in shots. And this is airmailed all the way down, and it will be icing, but the period's over. End of the second. Canada 3, Sweden 1, and Canada they showed how Crosby McDavid nearly put the puck in his own net. But instead, it is Canada up by 2. Actually, they put 0.7 officially on the clock with the icing, so there will have to be one more face-off. But there we go. And that is now. We are going to break here in Montreal. Canada up 3-1 against Sweden. They'll go to break, and we'll find something to go in broadcast during intermission. So, as we said, it is 3-1 in favor of the Canadians. Hey, Trent, what's up with that? Oh, Shea Theodore got x-rays. Yeah, sorry, Trent. I was late. I was at a wrestling match today and came back to do this. But we'll get everything ready to go. I'm just getting the Sweden hockey. Okay, got it. All right, let's put on Hulu and see what there is. I know there's basketball. I know the NBA is going on right now, so we can do that. Let's look up NBA scores. And, of course, the NCAM and NCAW. Oh, okay. Of course, we're going to only read you the updates on the top 25. But we will also... we may broadcast others that aren't up there, that aren't top 25. Okay. Top 25 women's basketball. Let's update you on it. Let's make sure there's no NCAA hockey either today. There was one in Division 1 today, and it was 11th. UConn beating unranked Alaska Anchorage 5-2. So nothing to talk about there. So top 25, there are 4 finals Already, Kansas State beat Cincinnati 90-53, 14th ranked. Michigan State beat Wisconsin 91-71. UConn beat St. John 78-40, and Oklahoma State beat unranked Arizona 83-64. So all of them won. And then for boys basketball, men's basketball, there are two at halftime. Number 3 Duke up 38-23 against California. 59 seconds left in the first half, which is where we'll go. Oklahoma and Missouri 39-22. All right, let's go to that one first. Then we'll go to the NBA. Sure. Arizona State beating Texas Tech. Yes. So we'll go to that. We'll go to that right now. Sooners down 40-23. With some free throws coming. The first is no good. It's tapped right back out to the top of the key. And the Sooners looking to move at the basketball. Driving, lost the ball. Tigers pick it up, and they drive to the hole. Fakes, fade away. Contact is good. And it's a 19-point lead for Missouri. And there's only a 1 second difference between shot clock and half clock. But the Tigers right now are nailing Oklahoma. And this sold-out crowd comes to its feet here in Missouri. Sooners would like to hold it to the last shot, but they got to get it off for the final shot clock. A floater off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Oklahoma, and the foul. A shooting foul with 2.6 left and 2 shots coming for the Sooners. Some even crazier stuff. UMBC against Virginia. That's not going to happen again. And as I said, I'll try to get as many March Madness streams as possible. Well, the NBA scores as well. I think there's some NBA games that I have access to. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll wait till this is over. He hit the first. Or excuse me, no, he missed the first. Second coming now. There's only 2 seconds remaining on the clock, remember. 2.6. The second free throw is good. And we'll see if Missouri tries for a last-second shot or what they do here. Probably not, because Oklahoma is trying to trap. Gal is going to go with the home run ball. It's up in the air, and it touches the end line, the baseline, and that ends the half. It should end the half, although Oklahoma has not left the court because it hit the baseline, and they are trying to see if you could see that the Sooner, number 5, Wagoo, is holding Mitchell, and he actually fouls Mitchell. So Mitchell's going to have 2 free throws here with a chance, because they're in a bonus, plus, to make it a 20-point lead. He hits the first and makes it a 19-point lead. And again, we'll have the third period, Canada and Sweden coming up. And the second hit as well, and now we are at the end of the half. Should be. What are they looking at here? Ball went out of bounds at the half. Let's go Canada. Yeah, we're going to broadcast that. Right now we're at the end of the second intermission. What's up, Josh? 44-24. They're looking. All right, I don't need to sit here while they look at the clock. Anyway you slice it, it's 44-24 Missouri at the end of the half. They are drilling Oklahoma, leading by 20. What can we go to? Let's quickly re-up the NBA scores. 116-103, Boston beats San Antonio in overtime. In D.C., the Wizards have kind of gotten hot, but they lose 134 to 130 in overtime to Washington. The Magic beat Charlotte 102-86. The Knicks are up by 3. Let's go to that game right now if I have it. If I have it, which I don't know if I do. They're up by 3 with 7 seconds left, 137 to 134 against Atlanta. I don't know if I have it. No. From what I see, I have the Golden State Dallas game, which is good, but give me a second. No, not college basketball. I'm trying to find it. That's it. Just the Golden State Dallas game. Anyway, the Knicks, Atlanta just hit a layup. Their Knicks just called a timeout, 137-135. So we'll monitor that. Cleveland beat Toronto 131 to 108, and Brooklyn just outlasted Philadelphia 196. 150 left in the fourth in Minnesota. It's Milwaukee by 1, 99-98. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 104 to 93. Oklahoma City against Miami. They just went to the half in Portland, 67-56. Denver beating the Blazers. Not what you want. 8:26 left in the fourth quarter, 103-91 at the UC. Pistons are beating Chicago, 7:56 left in the fourth quarter. Sacramento and New Orleans, 102-95. Phoenix, Houston, 85-74. They're at the half in Salt Lake City, Lakers and Jazz. And at the end of the first quarter, Warriors, Mavericks. By the way, you want me to do the Golden State Dallas game after this game is over? I mean, I really haven't done anything. I mean, I went to a wrestling match, but you guys haven't had a lot of me, and since Josh is here, there's no hockey. But you want me? Let me know, guys. I know hockey's better, but there's nothing. I'm not talking about now, although I will do it now. Actually, I'm not talking about now. I'm saying after the game is over, because the game will be over. Hockey is better. We all know it's a hockey channel. But you want me to go to that after the game's over? I'll just stay with that game. All right, cool. What do you think, Trent? What do you think? By the way, end of the first quarter, 32-31 Dallas. I've been great. Well, today was a crazy day, but I've been busy. A lot of sports. Wrestling's closing into the state championship. We had a bunch of hockey tournaments. The two of the 3 best schools in our state had big games, so our company was doing that. I got a lot of stuff going on, so yeah, I've been busy. A lot of basketball too. So, Trent, let me know if you wanted to watch that, because I think I'm gonna do that. So while we wait, since I'm going to go to that game anyway, is there anything else? Let's see. Is the NCAM scores out of the half? Yeah, Arizona State, Texas Tech is, and that's the one he's watching. That's the one Trent's watching. So we'll go to that if I have it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, perfect. So we'll go to that. And this one taken by Texas Tech. They trail by 2, but they bring the ball up, trying to finger roll off the glass, and good. And the Raiders tie it. They are 18-5. The Sun Devils are 12-11, and the Devils are going to bring the ball up the court. 2 ties, 1 lead change. The biggest lead was by the Raiders by 9. A 3-pointer from the top of the key is good. And the Devils take a 3-point lead. By the way, the third quarter is over in Houston. Suns decimating the Rockets. 92-76. Going to the fourth there in Texas. Driving. Waits. Going off the glass and in. And Texas Tech within 1. It's 49-48 Arizona State. So that is going to be, so for those coming in, yes, we will finish the hockey game. And then I will finish Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors. And then the stream will be over once that's done. Top of the key for 3, Banks in and out. And it's rebounded by the Raiders. They'll bring it up and turned over. And now a fast break going on the other way for Arizona State. If they hurry, they'll have to slow up. It's back to the top of the key. A deep 3. Good! And the lead is 4. 52-48 Arizona State. What a wild game this is. And we're not even 3 minutes in. By the way, for those coming in late, we'll just reiterate again. As a 3 is hit for the Red Raiders. Are you serious? 52-51 Devils. What, saying, are you serious? Top of the key. Driving towards the basket. Goes back into the elbow. Spins, fakes, jump hook, good. And the lead is back to 3. 54-51. Oh, 52? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Top of the key, deep 3 for the Raiders. In and out. Rebounded, tapped up in the air. Taken by the Raiders. Driving in and good. No foul given, but he went through the contact and got it to go. And it's a 1-point lead for Arizona State. They have 3 timeouts. The Raiders have 3 timeouts. And this is the 12th team in the country on upset alert, down by 1. And they try to force a steal, bring it back. Not a backcourt violation because he deflected it backwards. At the left corner, another 3-pointer. This is way off the mark and rebounded by Texas Tech. 4 minutes in this second half. 54-53, but here comes a 3-pointer on the way from the right corner. And the Raiders have the lead. 56-54, and this place is going banana bonkers. Now 2 lead changes. 56-54 in favor of Texas Tech. They double team off the left side of the 3-point line. Pumps, rolls off the glass and good. And Arizona State has tied it up. Oh, my word. What a basketball game this is. Again, we are doing Canada and Sweden, and then we'll do Golden State and Dallas Mavericks. College basketball at the break. 3-pointer, good! And the Red Raiders are back up by 3. 59-56. Unbelievable. What a basketball game. Back out to the top of the key again. Walton has 13 points. He just hit that 3. Big 3 on the way for Arizona State is off the mark. No good. I think Canada's played well. I do think that a lot of their defensive mistakes are going to cost them if they get to the final, especially against a team like U.S. or the Finns, who are really, really fast. Because this team, top of the key, 3, good! And it's a 6-point lead for Texas Tech. By the way, this kind of fits their team. The Sweden is a good matchup for them because Sweden's kind of big and a little slow. The U.S. is big, but they are fast. And the Finns are just, they can skate on you. So that worries me. Some of these turnovers worry me, but Canada's got a couple more games. So we'll see what happens. They go to break. Oh, my goodness. 62-56, Texas Tech in a tremendous game.
It's in your nature.
All right. Little Caesar's crazy puffs. Whoa.
Atlanta sent it to overtime, by the way, in Madison Square Garden. 3:34 left in overtime. Hawks have a 3-point lead. And the Bucks have just won in Minnesota. 3:08 to go in Oklahoma City, Chesapeake Center. It is the Heat down by 10. It looks like the Kings are going to beat New Orleans. But anyway, we'll pause that basketball. We have hockey back on. Yeah, but you have to remember you're playing a lot of teams that can score on you. The thing is, the Finns, you're big enough, you could dump the puck in and beat a lot of guys to the puck and force them to make unnecessary penalties because they can't get out and use their speed. I agree with that. That's a good point. Here's the problem. The Americans, you can't do that. My team, you're not going to be able to do that against because the U.S. is fast and big. So Canada can play their game against Sweden, do the same thing with the penalties. With the special teams, they can do the same deal right now the way they're playing. And the way they're playing right now, they can beat Sweden and probably Finland. But the way you're playing right now as this shot goes wide by Sweden, you can't beat the U.S. Where you go, oh, here goes another American thinking they'll, whatever. I'm saying right now the way you're playing. Not necessarily that you won't fix it up, but right now I think there are some issues, especially because of Theodore. And here's a drive and a stop made as Connor McDavid was patrolling the goal. Markstrom able to flash the glove, as you see there. Yeah, first period was good. At second, just not what you want at all. But it's going to be Reinhart against Joel Eriksson Ek. And interesting that he's healthy because remember, he did not play against the Islanders on Saturday. Here's McDavid with the puck on a shoestring. McDavid settles it back out, and it's fed out behind looking for Reinhart once again. Puck comes along at the dasher. McDavid drop pass. It's fed out to the left hash again. There's a shot deflected on high, and it comes off a far-flung stick. Canada keeps it off the red line and shoots it back in for Sweden to play it. It's banked along at the far boards from Sweden's side of the ice. Swedes, there's Eriksson Ek. Looking Ekholm's way, and Konechny is going to slide it back down into the Sweden zone. Stalainen having some trouble with it. Carlson back through, score! And Sweden is within one. What a play by Adrian Kempe from the Los Angeles Kings, and Team Sweden is within one. Well, Kempe, this is a slot shot, and he uses his teammate in LA, Drew Doughty, as a screen, rifles it stick side, and just like that, this thing is a one-goal game. It's 3-2. It might also be vital to Canada's chances, too, but you're talking about Shea Theodore. What a strong defenseman that he is. I'm trying right now to get because some of these numbers are different, to get Canada and Sweden's roster with numbers. Because some of these numbers are not the numbers that they play on their teams because they have different numbers that they play on the national team. And this puck forced its way through. Braden Point shoots it in. Banked along at the far wall. I'm trying to find this roster numbers. Whatever. I'll see if I can do it in a stoppage. McDavid on the backhand comes out from behind. Fed one again at the far wall. Sweden banks it in. Right in again. I even know what he's talking about. Here we go. Again, I am really struggling to find. Maybe one of you guys could send it to me on Instagram or on the chat or something. But I'm trying to and as this puck comes aloof through, I'm sorry. I'll let you know what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is find the rosters with numbers. Nylander feeds one at Dolly in a shot that goes off the far wall. I know the players, but I just want to make sure because some of them have different numbers. But it is fed on back. Trying to slink one. McDavid goes out to the net. And he is unable to do much. I'm in America. I don't know if I can get that. But I could try. Yeah, I'm not. It's not. It doesn't show me, but that's not a big deal. Left hash trying to find a man, trying to tip it on through. Puck comes again and crossed on back for Canada to play it again. They slipped it down there, Seth Jarvis. Jarvis and they pinch. Ekholm roofs it off the glass, looking again for Kempe. Here comes Marchand. Marchand dropped past. He looked for point, and he's offside. Yeah, maybe the live tracker. You might have been right about that, because that might give me. These numbers. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Josh. I got what I was looking for. Fed it back, Forsberg. Forsberg again delays. There's Morrissey. Morrissey gets away from Kempe. Here's McKinnon trying to slide on down. McKinnon waits, gets away from Kempe again. Adrian Kempe doing a good job defensively. Stone lost it and slipped over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson checked off a hit from Morrissey, a guy he knows well. Here's Hedman left circle. Fed one in front, and he just missed his man. As that backhand comes out to the wall and far aside, Canada comes away with it. Raymond left in the third period, and he's need to come back as this is stopped, and that worries me as a Red Wing guy. And need Lucas Raymond. But here's Marner trying to slip it away from Reinhart. Reinhart tried to pinch up and get it, but now here comes Dahling. Dahling sends one through and a wrist shot that just went far off from Lindholm, Elias Lindholm. But a turnover, and here comes Canada. Connor McDavid wheels it on through by Zibanejad. McDavid twirls left hash. McDavid tried to wrap around, and that one was blocked aside. Oh, a tremendous chance for Connor McDavid, and it's sealed up again by Philip Gustafsson. Goaltender, I believe, from the Wild. And they're going to go to break. Let me put this phone in. Do announcer impressions? Okay, I'll do that when we go back. I got some other people from work, actually, that are enjoying those announcer impressions. In fact, I know a Ranger fan that really likes those, the Rosen impressions. Um, It's doing it again. Hold on a second. I'm back with whatever just happened. Oh no. Okay, so while we're on break, let's go back to. All right, I'll do Rosen. All right, so after Sam, do Chris Cuthbert. Okay. All right, so the next, so we'll do that till a stoppage. While we're at commercial, let me do this Tech Arizona State game, which was really, really good. Okay? Tech with the ball, they trail by 1. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Top of the key, a 3 off the rim. By the way, Alex Bregman is going to the Boston Red Sox. 3-pointer, again, no good. Rebounded by Arizona State. They'll bring that. So, Bregman to the Red Sox. That must be to bother Yankee fans completely. Hockey is not on my end, but once it's back on my end. Oh, here we go. We are back. Connor McDavid, you'd see how he can play with the puck. He is as good as they come. No question about that. I mean, this is that kind of guy that he can do just magical things with the puck, and we all know that. As this puck comes along at the far wall, Marner chases it. It's out behind the Sweden net. Now Sweden comes up with it. Sweden again skating. And this one stopped again in the Sweden zone. Number 63, I thought I saw him. Yeah, Jesper Bratt, yeah. A good player Jesper Bratt is with his speed. Oh, you're going to hear it. I have to get the goal horn situated, a bunch of stuff. But yeah, Matthias Ekholm, he's a great player there, Joe. So we'll see what happens. And right off the face-off, Canada takes it. There's a shot, and it just is swallowed up again. There's no power play, but it is swallowed up by Philip Gustafson. All right, I'll do Chris Cuthbert now. And you see Matthias Ekholm here, and Matthias Ekholm, and it's back out for Team Canada. Canada just trying to make it off the face-off. Fed on back, and this one slipped, and chance right back into the Canada zone. Try to fit it on out, and it slips off the dasher, and out behind, he tried to jam away at it. Still loose to the back of the side of the net. Here's Elias Pettersson, and it slips right back down over for Gustafson to play with the puck. Gustafson just chipped it. It's not even a Canadian accent. It's how he talks. Listen, I want to do a Canadian because he's muffled. He's kind of muffled. No, that's not a Canadian. Puck off the far wall, Pettersson. And it's out behind. Locks one out, and it comes right off the far stick. And Eric chanced in. If anybody's going, what are you talking? Why are you talking like that? We do announcer impressions sometimes, so I'm trying to do an impression of Chris Cuthbert. He's big on in front, and it just misses right at the goal. Left circle. Oh, and that one just walled on down, trying to block it to the far side. There's Zibanejad chasing it. There's Adrian Kempe. Kempe. Again, back down the boards, and it will go all the way down. Will it be enough for icing? Yes, it is. I don't even know how to do Jim Jackson. I don't think he does hockey. Anyway, there's Lemieux and Crosby showing those two, who we know this, but some of the younger people may not know that for a very brief time in Pittsburgh, they actually played alongside each other. Now, here's the fact I don't know. I don't know if they played on the same line. I know that they played on a power play unit together, but I don't think they played on the same line. But Malkin trying to win the draw, but he could not. Fed one back out. Bratt wide open net. Score! Oh, beautiful hockey. And Sweden has come back from 3-1 down. The Canadian defense split too far wide. And a wide open net. That was thrown into the net by the number 20 for Sweden, Joel Eriksson Ek, and he's back from that brief absence in St. Paul here for Team Sweden. A perfect pass from Jesper Bratt. The rolling puck, Eriksson Ek settles it, and he beats Bennington clearly right to the front of the net, and Sweden has tied this hockey game at 3. Puck off the backhand. It slipped out the center, and now another break. Here's Brad. He slips in. Brad's offside. 10:50 to go in the third. 17 shots for Canada. 15 shots for Sweden. And the puck will go to the neutral zone. Joel Eriksson Ek is showing about something. In 38 games in his international career, 20 goals, 9 apples, and 29 points for the superstar for the Minnesota Wild. And part of me believes that if we go to overtime here, I should bring out my Joel Eriksson Ek Minnesota Wild jersey. Not sure, though. Hedman backhands it along the wall. Flew one through. Here's Marner. Marner on the one hand. Marner chips back out into the zone, into the offensive zone. McDavid loses the battle for the puck. It's creased off the far wall. It jumps over Bratt, and it slips back into the Canada zone. They'll try to cherry pick. They did have a man that went down. That was Mitch Marner. He slid trying to grab the puck, and he's got snow all over his forearms. Yeah, Raymond is back. So, yeah, assist for Raymond and Bratt. That is true. Trent, you make a good point. A perfect goal for me. A player for the Minnesota Wild getting assists from a Red Wing and a Devil. I'll take that. I'll take that. I got 3 dogs in a fight. A Basset Hound, a Doberman, and a Rottweiler. I don't know. Hey, Avs fan, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. So what we're doing here, as this puck is deflected out of play, is we're finishing up the hockey game. Then, because I have been busy with a lot of high school sports and work, I haven't had a lot of time to broadcast. And because we've only been here for a little bit, what we're going to do is, if you're okay with it, we're going to jump to the Warriors Mavericks basketball game. We'll finish. We'll do that, and then after that game is over, I'm gonna sign off. I'll try to do as many of these cup games, these Four Nations games as possible, but I'm not sure. We will also, during commercials, I'll talk to you guys intermittently, but I'll also try to get some other sports broadcasted in. We're focusing on college basketball during commercials and intermissions. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, sorry about. I know it's been a bit. It's Eric. You know about my job, right? Correct. Nylander a shot and a blocker save by Binnington. Just barely got him, and the puck slipped down the red line. You nearly had Keystone Cops. And it is fed off the far wall. Logan drops out, and a wide open man comes to the left circle. Save made. A tremendous save by Gustafson. Yes, so I have so much. The winners is crazy. I had football in the fall. I got wrestling. I was at a wrestling match today doing some reporting. I broadcast wrestling. I broadcast hockey. I've been doing a ton. We have the tournaments, state playoffs starting in a couple weeks. So does basketball. So I don't usually get to broadcast a lot, but when I can, I try to do it. So you're not going to get as much as we did in my college days, but you'll get a good amount, especially as we wind through the spring season, which ends like right around the middle of the Stanley Cup final. Sounds food? Yeah, sounds good, I know. All right, I'm just joking with you. Your Colorado Avalanche have been good. I'll be honest with you. Even though they're first wild card spot, Eric, they frighten me. And I know the Canucks have dealt with them. They are, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous teams in the league. I'm not just saying that to pump your tires. You know my feeling about Colorado. I don't like them, but they are. I think they have some untapped potential. I will also say this: not only did you fleece Carolina, Eric, I think if Crosby dumps the no clause, I told Trent this. I think Crosby's going to be an Av because they traded Rantanen. They wanted some. Do you like them? Do I love them? I don't like them. Do I want some more of them? No, I do not. I really do not want more of the Colorado Avalanche. But I do believe they're a really dangerous team. I think he fits perfectly. I think he would fit perfectly. And to trade Rantanen tells me they want to do something for the cap space. Because you cannot tell me, Eric, with a straight face, that Nachas and the rest that came from there, that's what they were looking to do. They had to unload him. No. Either in the trade deadline or in free agency, more likely the trade deadline, they intend on using that cap space on something. Unless you know something I don't, that's got to be the thing. By the way, 6:38 left in the second half, 74-73 Arizona State, but Texas Tech have free throws coming. But back to hockey. Yeah, USA tomorrow against Finland. That's tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because I got a hockey tournament game tomorrow. I might go to another one. I'm not sure. I can't. I don't know. I cannot give you a definite right now. I'd love to do it, but I cannot give you a definite. 9:20 to go in the third. 3-3 our score. Backhanded back into the zone. Sweden comes away with it. They'll chip it off the blue line, and it's deflected back down. I guess that's what that extra cap space is for. I don't believe it though. I think they're looking for something else. Now, if they don't get anybody else, I think you can just use the extra cap space to re-sign them in front. They may rebound. Oh, and it comes to the corner. What a chance for the Canadians. And it's back out to the red line. Gustafson, unbelievable. Backhand fed looking for McKinnon, but here's Zibanejad who takes it and he tips it off the red line. Kempe looking for the puck. 8:30 to go in the third. We are tied at 3, and it's Victor Hedman who weaves it up the red line, and he lofts it in. By the way, I don't know if either of you heard, and Eric, you weren't here for this, but Alex Bregman just got either dealt or signed by the Boston Red Sox, which is a very intriguing thing. I know we're not all big baseball fans, but we do pay attention to it. And Zibanejad is offside with 8:04 to go in the third. There, you think going to the break here. But what a chance for Canada. Oh, my goodness. You see that wonderful pass from McDavid. And just an unbelievable shot. Trying to blast that through. It's the opportunity, and this puck again off the far wall. There's Nylander trying to chip it in. They've done a lot of that today, but another neutral zone turnover. That's the one thing with Sweden. They've turned the puck a lot over in the neutral zone. I don't know where he is. Three years, 120. Yeah, that's a lot of money they're spending on him, but Boston has a lot of issues. Fed one-timer Morrissey blocked. Another drive, blocked again. Backhander side of the net. And Marchand did not have the angle he was looking for. Sweden comes away with it. 7:10 to go in the third. 3-3 our score. Sweden and Canada. Fed one on back. Oh, man. Eriksson Ek is saying he got hooked. He got slashed. He is pointing and saying that there is blood. If there is definitely going to be a penalty on the Canadians, let's see if it's a major. It is a minor. But this, again, they're showing the chances. There was the shot Marchand had blocked. And then Cal Makar had a great chance as well. And this penalty going to come up against a Jet Morrissey. So these two guys that are fighting right now for positioning in the Central Division. It is the kid that plays in Manitoba that gets called for the slash, the high sticking on the kid that plays in St. Paul. Read your earlier message about the cap. I saw that. To be honest, I don't understand the cap really. I don't. In any sport, I always believe, as this Fed blocked aside, I always believe that, the cap should be listed at the very start of the season or the summer or something. The fact that the cap changes in the LTIR, I don't like that. That should be changed in the next league meeting. I don't know if it will be, but I don't like it. Raymond back out for a drive. Hedman, and it got blocked up into the screen. It went off of Cirelli's skate, and Cirelli had to go down to block that shot. Man, you talk about Warriors. These are two guys that they love each other. They're teammates in Tampa Bay, and he sold out to block a shot. That's that whole thing. I was to think about, like a soccer reference. Ted Lasso is a whole thing that's like, now we're not brothers anymore. It's war. That's what this is. Hedman backhand flips it up. Looking for Nylander. Yeah, I agree. That's the problem. It is going up to 95.5. Yeah, that's what I heard. Raymond at the left hash. Raymond locking one through, and this puck is airmailed down and clear. Out to Gustafsson. A minute to go and a penalty. 6 minutes to go in the third. Fed one back out. Carlson just missed the net trying to fly through with the backhand. And here comes Canada. Marner stays on side. A 3-on-1. Marner fed one. Left circle shot goes wide, deflected. There's Forsberg. Forsberg in front of his goal and drops it back off. Carlson over Bratsway, and Canada chips it back in. And this will be the final chance here on the Sweden power play. Carlson again feds it over to Pettersson. Pettersson got log jammed. Carlson sweeps it up to the right hash. 10 seconds to go on the man advantage. Carlson rolling puck. It's deflected back out to center. There's a race for it. Carlson had swept back into his zone. Jarvis chases, and Canada's killed off the penalty. Out of the box comes Morrissey. Sweden lofts it off the head of the man Reinhart, and Kempe tried a shot. It was stopped, and then the block comes across. Here's McDavid. He sweeps it over to Reinhart. Reinhart shoots in, got back to himself. Reinhart trying to jockey in some body positioning. Sweden banks it off the boards. Slip back out to Pettersson. Pettersson delays. Lines one towards the net, and it is deflected out of play with 4:35 to go. We are tied at 3. Here We also have a final from Houston. The Suns came back. Beat Phoenix 119 to 111. And we're going to break. So let's go back to that Arizona State game. I'll teach you some of the NBA scores with a chant. Yes, I have. Whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about. They're at halftime at Golden State Dallas, so we might not even get to that game. But we'll see. They are at halftime. Dallas leads by 1. 3:26 to go in the third. 96-75 Denver against Portland. Sacramento did beat New Orleans 119-111. Detroit beat Chicago 128 to 110. Oklahoma City beat Miami 115 to 101. The Knicks found a way in overtime off the skin of their teeth. 149-148 over Atlanta. They are closing the end of the third quarter in Salt Lake City. My goodness, the Jazz, who are not that good of a team, are finding themselves against a very good Lakers team. They are up by 19 points, closing in the end of the third quarter, and 8:42 to go in the first quarter. Clippers have started a game on a 9-0 run against Memphis. We'll give you the standings for the NBA right now, since we don't talk about the NBA a lot. It's Cleveland in the 1 seed, then Boston, then the Knicks, then Indiana, then Milwaukee, then Detroit, then Orlando, then Miami. Miami would go to Cleveland. Boston would host Orlando. The Knicks would host Detroit. Yeah, Detroit. How about their turnaround? And Milwaukee would go to Indy. In the West, Oklahoma City, then Memphis, then Denver, then the Lakers, then Houston, the Clippers, then Minnesota, and then Sacramento. But the second worst team in the West is beating the Lakers. But Oklahoma City would host Sacramento. Memphis would host Minnesota. Denver would host the Clippers. And the Lakers host the Rockets. What a game that would be. All right, we're back. The NHL is so stupid, or the NBA? I don't know what you meant. Or you're talking about the contract. Oh, you're talking about the contract. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading what you're saying now. Inflation exists and league generates money. Yeah, it's weird. They use the 10-minute overtime format here. Yes, I see. It'll be a 10-minute overtime. And then I missed it, but I think they go to shootout, right? Because this is international. I assume it would go to shootout if I'm not wrong. 4:28 to go in the third, though. I've been on Twitter all day today, Trent, but I've been on Twitter for work, not for fun. And specifically, because I don't always mention everything, I don't always mention what I'm doing to you guys, but specifically concerning a sport that involves Mr. Sonny Amato. Trent, you know who I'm talking about. And I have not, as there's an icing, I have not checked if that update came in about who he would play. But I will actually check that now, even though we're broadcasting this. But another face-off in front of Bennington, I believe. Well, it's your friend. Well, basically, I'll explain real quickly to Eric, because it's a fun story, and it's fine. At my job, I broadcast a lot of high school sports. One of the sports I broadcast a lot is wrestling. Well, there is a childhood friend that used to either be neighbors or live very close to Trent as this puck comes out to center. And he lived in Pennsylvania with Trent, and he moved when they were younger. I think he's a junior in high school right now. And he went to a team, and he wrestles at a team that I'm aware of that's about, I'd say about like hour 45 from where I live. It's not close, but to a team called Rumson Fairhaven. And I actually interviewed him a couple weeks ago. His name is Sonny Amato. So I've been keeping Trent up to date with how his playoffs have gone on. since I'm doing it anyway for work, so I just keep Trent up to date with him. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, guys. But if you're wondering, like, what are we talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Because he's friends with the kid, and it's kind of a cool thing. Parayko sweeps in. In fact, last thing I'll say about it was I actually talked to his parents about it, and they liked Trent, and that was the first time I've ever heard anyone not, on this YouTube channel, like a person I've actually seen in real life, not in real life, but seen in person, actually mention Trent and talk about him being a good person. It is very cool. It's a small, small world. Now, let me ask you this, Eric. I haven't asked you a lot of questions. Eric, are you have you been I know Josh does it at times. Have you been going to have you gone to any games lately? Any games out of Denver? Because I know you like to go to NHL games when you can, but besides Trent, we're all older, so it's tough to do that stuff. Here's a break. Braden Point tries to feed it through, and they're trying to change. I go back to the Canada zone, and working. It was hard to get games. I got to go to the Devils Flyers game. There was the TNT, the 4-0. I was at that game. That was 5-0, I think. That was really fun. So I was at that game. As Canada feeds it on through, there's a point shot to flex wide. I also, by the way, I'll let you guys know, I am actually headed, I think it's March 13th, I want to say, to Edmonton Devils at Prudential. That'll be fun. By Denver, I meant Colorado Avalanche, not Denver College. Marner fed one shot. Save made Gustafson. Not Denver University, but if you've got any NHL games recently. But 2:02 to go in the third. I would have to disagree with the 10-minute overtime thing, Josh, only because, you can only keep it for so long. And what if you're doing a double header with like you have an early 1:00 game, there's an NBA game at 7, or, vice versa. Like it's, I agree, but it is not. It's not really feasible. You have to also think about TV rights. I would love it as a hockey fan, but I don't think it's feasible. Has anyone here been to Wisconsin? No. No, I have not. 3-3 our score, minute 15 to go in the third. Sweden brings it up. Here's Pettersson. Pettersson on the far wall. Fed one through and tried to find Forsberg almost on the Krejci-Horton play back in 2011. And there's a wrist shot. That one was stopped. It comes right back out to the point. There's Dahlin. He goes out at the far wall. 1 minute to go in the game. Fed one Dahlin, left hash. Dahlin a shot deflected. Binnington's having trouble with these rebounds, though. Reinhart goes out behind his net. Reinhart crossed one down, and it's shot in. Banking away at the puck and battling one through. There's Cirelli. There's a shot by Parayko. Blocked by the screen. Puck comes back up at the far wall. And Cirelli chips it on back down. There's Brandon Hagel off the backhand. Fed one at the left hash. Looking for McKinnon. McKinnon delays. McKinnon forced that puck. Blocked. It is airmailed back to center. 10 seconds to go in the third. Parayko bobbling puck right off the blue line. It's chipped up in the air. Sweden fans on it. Here's McKinnon. McKinnon, 5 seconds. McKinnon, 4, 3. Looking for a lane. Couldn't get it. It gets right back out. And the shot is wide. And nowhere to go with the puck. And we're going to overtime in the First Nations face-off game. My goodness. Overtime. Yes. I went to check out the whole thing of who Amato's wrestling against. Trent, this app is, meaning the app that we use, the site that we use is continuing to not be helpful. I don't know if they're going to intermission, but they're in break. So we're going to go to, of course, this Arizona State game, which I assume is still going on. Yes, it is. There's 17 seconds left. It is tied at 88. My goodness. So we'll see what happens. I should go to some games then. More games. 4:23 left in the second half. By the way, Duke is rolling against Cal, 67-47. 9:31 left in the second half. It is a 25-point lead for Mizzou against Oklahoma. 9:31 left in the second half. And this game that we mentioned, and that's it for top one. Oh, I did not have intermission. Oh, crap. I did not know that. Okay, we're going right to overtime. That is not how to spell his name. Trent, that is not how to spell his name. Imato. What? Amato. Actually, I'm actually going to check something. Well, not now, actually. I'm going to check it off air, and I'll tell you later. So here we go. So it is 3-on-3, but for 10 minutes for the round robin games. And I missed it. I assume a shootout afterwards. So it's going to be Makar, McDavid, and Marner on for Canada. We'll see what Sweden brings out. Eriksson Ek's going to take the draw here. Ekholm is also there. And face-off won by Eriksson Ek, actually. Beat McDavid off the draw. And Sweden will start up here in overtime. Bratt, Eriksson Ek, and Gustav Forsling. There's Joel Eriksson Ek. He'll drop it off to Bratt. Bratt delays the line. Fakes, goes around McDavid. Sweeps again by McDavid. McDavid got locked up in the zone. Canada is having some miscommunication problems right now. Here's Bratt back at the right hash. And Bratt's going to go for a change. Eriksson Ek. And the drop pass to Hedman. And they are booing Hedman. Raymond. Raymond on the drop pass. Nylander. Freed one back out, Hedman. Hedman cross crease. Nylander left hash being watched out by McKinnon. Nylander to Hedman. Hedman delays, keeps it in. Back to Raymond. Lucas Raymond, drop pass. Nylander. Nylander waits. Waits again, fakes the drop. Fed one to Raymond, and it was sticked aside wide by Binnington and forced right through him. And now here's Nathan McKinnon. And Canada has not had much possession. They have possession here. Here comes Nathan McKinnon. He weaves in the line, left hash. McKinnon waits, delays, fakes right circle. McKinnon a shot! And it is stopped by Gustafsson. McKinnon was doing what Eric has seen so many times, trying to go end to end, and nearly ended the hockey game. We play on in overtime. What a play by Nathan McKinnon, and he nearly scored, and he's now on the bench now. Stone is on the ice for Canada. Taking the draw is going to be Point. And once again, Sweden wins the draw, but Point hurries to get the puck behind the net. Point got tied up. The Canadian fans were roaring. I think they wanted a call against Sweden. Yes, they did. Here's Raquel. He'll drop it off to Forsling. Forsling watches Zibanejad. And here comes Mika Zibanejad, watched by Stone. Zibanejad, drop pass. They met a couple weeks ago. And Zibanejad is shot wide of the net. It flexes into the mesh again. Binnington got a piece of it. You're going to say Zibanejad had a big game against Mark Stone when the Rangers played Vegas a couple weeks ago. And what a play by Ricard Raquel. And that one-timer, yep, a huge stick stop by Jordan Binnington. And we stay tied.
Anderson and McKinnon will take a face-off. McKinnon and McDavid with McCarr. On the ice for Team Canada.
Elias Pettersson, but he loses the face-off. A roar of joy here in Montreal, and here comes McDavid. He swirls in. Connor McDavid left hash, delays and waits. Drop past McKinnon. McKinnon a shot. Save made by Gustafsson. Another stop by Gustafsson on McKinnon. And with 7:46 left in overtime, we stay tied, but Canada gets an offensive zone draw coming here. And I don't know if Gustafsson saw this. Pettersson was right in front of him. But Gustafsson gets it right with the glove, flashing it. Big face-off. And Sweden doing some good jobs with it. They get it back out to the red line after Canada nearly held it in. Canadians bring in McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon winds in. McKinnon puts on the afterburners. Here's McKinnon, goes by one, fakes, shoots, save made Gustafsson, rebound. He gets the paddle down, and he gets it right back out to Forsberg. Forsberg tries to feed a man on a break, but they missed it, and Sweden is changing behind the play. Pass for Makar, and he tried to feed Hagel at the side of the net. Hagel gets it back, though. Drips it over to McDavid, goes back out to center, and McDavid will pursue. He'll go to the bench for a change. Fed one back, Hagel. Hagel with Cirelli. Hagel a shot, and it was blocked, I think, by Hedman. He had 3 bolts all in the area, and the one bolt in yellow got it. 2-on-1, and the one-timer just misses where Cirelli could rip it, and he did not see where the blue liner was. And it's now Hagel who replaces, Devon Taves replaces that position, the actual blue liner, and it's switchblades in. Back fed one. Here's Marner. Marner delays, waits again. Marner thinks about the slot, right hash. Marner, puck on a string. Puck delayed. Morrissey, back to Marner. Marner a shot. Save Gustafsson. Rebound, puck loose. Side of the net, jams away at it. But Gustafsson holds on with 6:12 left in overtime. Gustafsson with a great save. Thoughts on the Hockey World Cup? Oh, I haven't paid attention to that. Did that happen already? I'm telling you, I have so much I got to pay attention to with my job. I apologize. I just sometimes I'm not able to pay attention to professional stuff. Off the face-off, and it's Cale Makar. 6 minutes to go at overtime. Makar again. Makar delays the line. Drops it off. Locking in McKinnon. McKinnon watches where McDavid's going. McKinnon pirouettes off the red line and back out. McKinnon skates in. Nathan McKinnon left circle. McKinnon trying to drop it off to himself, and it's blocked. Zibanejad feeds Ekholm. Ekholm slides in. Left circle, Ekholm. Ekholm wraparound, trying to feed a man. Shot save made by Binnington. Rebound, puck loose in front. Binnington gets back up, and now a 3-on-1. Here comes Nathan McKinnon up the red. McKinnon has reinforcements. McKinnon left circle. Shoots it, a save by Gustafsson. Oh my, they're taking turns right now. And it's Zibanejad up the red line. Zibanejad a slapper. Wristed off the glass. And it goes back down to the red line for Sweden to bring again. They move in. Here is Adrian Kempe, who missed the net. Drops it off to the red line. 5 minutes to go in the overtime. Fed one back out. Pettersson. Elias did not have what he wanted on that stick, and he missed that one-timer. There's a blast and a broken stick as well, but Sweden keeps it back in. Pettersson right over. Feed one in front and another save by Binnington. Oh my goodness. Here comes Hagel. 4:40 to go in overtime. 27-24. Shots favor Canada. Here's Hagel. Sweeps in. Hagel with Sorelli. Hagel delays at the left circle. He's going to go back to center and reset. My goodness, you talk about a house of fire. Everybody standing. 4:20 to go in the extra session. Here comes Crosby on the ice for the first time in overtime. Here's Morrissey at the far wall. Fed one back and had a man, but now this time Sweden brings out Bratt. Bratt on a 2-on-1 with Nylander. Bratt to Nylander. Nylander, it skipped off his stick. And now here comes Sidney Crosby. Crosby weaves up at the red line. Crosby on the drop pass, and it's Marner. Marner, a shot, score! Marner! Canada wins! About the only time they'll ever cheer for Mitch Marner in Montreal, and Canada wins it in overtime. The kid from Toronto who plays for Toronto lights the lamp for Team Canada in the house of the other Canadians. And with the 28th shot on goal, this one Gustafsson never saw. Of course, Crosby was on the ice when it happened. He goes right for a line change, and right after he goes to the bench, Marner slams it home, and Canada beats Sweden 4-3. They had a 3-1 lead. It dissipated in the third, but it's a moot point now. Canada wins it, and for now, alone atop the leaderboard with Finland and the Americans tomorrow night. In Finland, and Canada has won the game in overtime 4-3, and they will wait for Saturday's matchup against the United States. And we are not done, however. We will go right now to the Warriors and the Mavericks. Let me get those rosters up as I broadcast that, but that is what we're going to go to now. Basketball, Warriors, and Mavericks. But yes, Team Canada has won, so they're atop the leaderboard, and they will. And the team that will join them is the team that wins tomorrow. And also, I should note, since the Mavericks are a team I like, this could be a simulcast, so you're going to hear quiet scores if Golden State does stuff. Mavs bring it. Top of the key for three, it's blocked. But Dallas, the Mavs get it right back. Here's Klay Thompson for three off the top of the rim and rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Butler has his fifth rebound in his first game as a Warrior. Butler fed it to Draymond Green, lays it in. And it is a 6-point deficit for Golden State. Kyrie puts the shoulder. Kyrie dips it. No good. Rebound. Kyrie tries to get it right back. And fed right back in and good! Kyrie for three. And what a play. Kyrie Irving was able to make. And now Thompson drops off. And a three again. Good! Kyrie Irving. 74-62 Mavericks. Golden State bringing the ball up now. And Kyrie has done it again at 77-62. And this thing is getting out of control in a good way. 3 threes in 41 seconds, but Golden State puts it up and in. 77-64. Kyrie has had 3 threes. Kyrie from the logo. In and out, no good, but rebounded. Back out to Kyrie. Swings it at the right corner again. Looking for Brandon Williams. And back to Marshall for 3 off the top of the rim, and it's out of bounds. Golden State ball. But right now a 13-point lead for the Mavericks, and making his way out now off the court is off the floor is Kyrie Irving. What a shot for Kyrie, though. Here's Curry. Curry, top of the key. About 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. They trail by 13. Curry, a shot in and out. Rebounded by Clay, and there is contact. So they're going to call a foul against Golden State. A great rebound for Klay Thompson. Facing his old team. He has had not the best game, but this is a big game as well because Golden State is 10th. We're 9th, and a win here would put Dallas tied for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. Working in Max Christie. Max spinning. Tough fadeaway over Curry. It rolls out. No good. Draymond Green back out to Curry. Curry, top of the key. Curry swings it. Fakes the 3. Driving. And a layup. No good for Golden State's number 2. That's Brandon Podziemski. Here's Clay. Oh, what a great pass. Behind the back. Back to Clay. Pumps. Step back for 3. In and out. No good. But eventually tapped and rebounded to Curry. We have a man that went down. He now gets back into the play. Back to Zeminski. Fakes the 3. Zeminski looking for Curry. Fed it back to Buddy Hield, the former Oklahoma Sooner for the Warriors. Curry tried to find Hield, and that was deflected out of bounds off a Golden State player. Mavericks ball. Still a 77-64 lead with 4:54 to go in the third. And I see Kyrie on the court. And Steve Kerr, a 3-time NBA champion as a player. And a 4-time NBA champion as a head coach, is not happy. And we'll feed that back out top of the key. Kept it in, though. Driving again, and the shot by Najee Marshall is good. Najee, what a play. Here's Curry. Swings it out for a 3 from the left corner. Good. A great shot for Gary Payton II, who nails it. By the way, we're doing this game, for those wondering. Driving Najee again. Hooks it. Good! That actually will be credited to Christie. Here's Hield for Golden State. Hield tries to get it back out. Open up for a wide open layup, and it's good. Gary Payton again. Here's Doug with the ball. Doug feeding that one back, but Golden State gets it right to Zeminski, who lays it up and in, and now they are within 10. And we'll bring it up. Jaden Hardy, but a timeout taken by the Mavericks. So we'll call a timeout. So Jason Kidd does. 81-71, good guys. 3:37 to go in the third. Okay. So where do we go now? So we did not update what happened in that game, in that men's game, between Arizona State and Texas Tech. It's 96-96 in overtime. 6 seconds left. Perfect. We'll go to that. 6.8 left. Texas Tech has a timeout in overtime. The Devils don't have any. We are tied at 96 in Texas. The Devils are trying to stun the 12th ranked team in the country. They officially put 7.1, and the Raiders have the possession. And to me, there's no reason why you don't hold this to the last shot. And if you're the Devils, do you foul here? Because they are in bonus plus. They'd have 2 shots. It's a risky move. But then you could go ahead and make sure you could get the last shot. Now, I don't think you do that. 5 seconds left. Devils actually got the possession arrow. It's tapped away. It's still on the court, but there's no time left in overtime by the time the Raiders got the ball. We're going to double overtime in that game. Wow, they are going to double overtime in Texas in that crazy game. Anyway, we're back to American Airlines. Najee with the ball. Feeds one back, tipped along, and whose ball? Golden State ball. I don't know how it's Golden State ball. That Jaden Hardy went down for it, and they said it went off of Jaden, but I thought it went off a Golden State player. Anyway, Curry at the left corner. Curry's going to get a screen. Curry loses the ball, gets it right back. Curry Euro step at the right corner. Curry drives. Curry loops it, no good. Rebound tapped up in the air. Tapped again. It's out of bounds. Whose ball? Maverick ball. But interesting that Kyrie is bringing it out here. 2:59 to go in the third. Now they give the ball to Golden State. Zemeckis bounced pass to Curry. Curry drives. Curry finger roll good. So now they're within 8. We'll bring it in. Here's Jaden. Jaden locking in. Jaden drives. Jaden is blocked. A foul. But a foul. A shooting foul on Golden State. Jaden goes to the line for 2. Now we note that Anthony Davis will not play today. He had a tremendous start with the Mavericks after that wild Luka Doncic trade. Let me know if Jaden's shot, he airballs the free throw. It hits the bottom of the net. I can't believe that. Trent, if you're still here, let me know if you're want to talk about the NBA or whatever. 2:43 to go in the third. And Jaden Hardy shooting those free throws. Second, and it looked like Zemeckis lane violated, but they did not call it. The second is no good, so he misses both. And now here comes Golden State bringing the ball up. And it's Curry who switches without it. And for a 3, it's no good. He did that famous off-the-ball screen, went back to shoot it. He had a good shot, but it rolled out, no good. Here's Kyrie driving. Kyrie off the rim, no good as well. Kyrie's now cold after the 3s. Here comes Zemeckis. Zemeckis loops it up to the right corner, sent out to the free throw line for Golden State, fed it right back to Zemeckis. Also Moses Moody with the ball too. And Curry, and we have a foul on the floor with 2:04 to go in the third. And that's on Najee. So I didn't realize that this is All-Star weekend as well for the NBA. All-Star practice is on Saturday. So is the NBA Historically Black College and University Classic, which I've never seen, which will be quite interesting. And will be really, really good. And also then my favorite, the All-Star Skills Challenge, which I may broadcast that. I may stream that. We'll have to see. And then after that, the All-Star game on Sunday, which isn't that competitive. Free throw line shot, no good. Rebound tapped up in the air, and it's rebounded by Irving. Kyrie feeds it right back out. Najee, floater, good! And the lead is back to 10. Now a three-pointer from the right corner, good, Moses Moody. So they are now within 7. Here's Kyrie to bring it up, 1:20 to go in the third. Kyrie gets the screen, top of the key. Pass in the middle, fed it right back out. Kyrie, right corner for 3, and an out, no good. And rebounded by Guy Santos. Back out Pozmianski. A shot, no good. Rebounded again. Back to Moody for 3. No good. Up in the air. Zemensky puts it in, but I think they called a foul before he got the ball. A foul on the Mavericks, so the basket will not count. Like Zemensky was arguing. We're in the bonus. They are not yet. Only 57 seconds left in the third, so hopefully, I think if you're the Mavs, don't foul. Yeah, I don't like that the scoreboard doesn't say how many fouls each team has. Top of the key, looking for Butler, and here's Clay. He's going to drive the offense. Bounce pass out to the right corner, back out to Clay for 3. In and out, no good. 3-point shooting's been streaky by both these teams. The bounce passed over to Butler. Butler under 40 seconds left. Back to Zemensky at the right corner. Zemensky for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by us. And fed now to Brandon Williams, but Brandon Williams' shot is no good, and here comes Golden State. There was no shot clock they can hold for the last shot, trailing by 7. Here's Butler, right by the media bench. Butler fakes the 3, drives. Butler back to Moody for 3 from the right corner. No good. Rebound tapped, no good as well. Another rebound tapped again, and they get it with 0.9 left, but there may have been a foul. It was put in by, I thought that was number 9, but it doesn't matter. They call a foul, and so Kevon Looney will have 2 shots here. He has 2 points in this entire game, but 8 rebounds and 2 assists. So if Kevon Looney actually would get going offensively, he actually is close to a double-double because he's only 2 boards away from getting 10. First for Looney, good. The second would make it, would put them within 5. Looney, another shot here. This is good. And just bounce past it in. Kyrie, half court. And it is no good. It is way wide of the rim. And that ends the third quarter. 83-78 Mavericks. Kyrie hit 3 threes in 90 seconds, but then got a little bit cold. Golden State has revved it up at the end of the third. We go to the fourth quarter. Golden State 78, good guys 83. So that's what we're doing here. While we wait, let's go back to that Texas Tech game. If it's still going on, I don't know if it is. It was in double overtime last time we checked. Yes, it is. It's 103 all with 2 minutes to go in double overtime, and the Raiders have the ball. At the right corner. Driving in, bounces one, fakes, fed it out, and the layup is good, but a foul on the floor before the layup. And because Tech's in the bonus plus, they're going to get 2 free throws coming. Even though it was a foul on the floor, that's what happens now, and that's going to be that way for the rest of this game. And I believe fouls carry over. Yeah, fouls do carry over into overtime periods. Williams, the first free throw, good. It is good, and it is 104-103 Texas Tech. They have 2 timeouts here in double overtime. Arizona State has 1. Second free throw coming. Good. 105-103 Red Raiders. And Arizona State trails by 2 with 1:40 to go in double overtime. At the left corner, back to the top of the key. Just about 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Fed it right corner, fakes the 3 again. Fakes it, jab step. And a timeout taken by the Devils. And that's unfortunate because they have no more timeouts here in double overtime. Or no, I'm sorry. I think he lost the ball out of bounds, not a timeout. Or are they reviewing? Okay, so I got it all situated. So there was no timeout, but the call on the court initially was off a Raider. Texas Tech wants to review that this ball went off, and they believe it went off Arizona State, which would give Texas Tech the ball with just a hair over 1:40 to go in double overtime, already up by 2. Let's see. That should be Texas Tech ball. That is off the hand of 44 in gold and brown. That's got to be. I think that hits Miller right there. That's 44. I think that's off of Miller, and I believe this should be Texas Tech ball. But we will see. We are back in Dallas, but we'll monitor that game. Top of the key, Zeminski. Zeminski fed it, and they have Draymond Green back out. Zeminski fakes the 3, goes back to the free throw line. Green for 3, off the top of the rim, no good. Here comes Kyrie. Kyrie with Clay. Kyrie driving. Kyrie up and under. It is good! Kyrie Irving. The lead is back to 7. Zeminski back to Green. They feed it over to Butler at the left corner. Butler trying to drive. Butler fakes it up and under. Up off the rim, no good, but the foul, a shooting foul, the first foul of the quarter, and it comes against the Mavericks, and so Butler will have 2 shots. We'll get 2 shots. 11:20 to go in the final frame. Once this is over, we're going to sign off, by the way. Butler, the first shot. Good. Butler, second. Good again. They're within 5. It's up to Kyrie, who's guarded by Zeminski, who slides back into the man-on-man now. Back to Kyrie. Kyrie lays it no good. And there's Hield, who feeds it out to Butler. Zeminski. They drop it off to Hield. Hield over to Green. Green driving. Green deflected out of bounds. It went off of Brandon Williams, I believe. And he's going to set up at the left corner. Let's see who's going to bring it out. It's going to be Draymond Green. Got to watch Hield, Butler at the left corner. Zeminski as well. Zeminski will now throw it out. We have not seen Curry so far in this quarter. Heaves it back up to the postman. Here's Green. Oops it up for Butler. Butler goes down. No foul. Good call. Here's Kyrie. Goes by Zeminski. Back out to Clay. Fed one back out. And driving to the basket is Brandon Williams. And Brandon gets fouled by Draymond Green. So a shooting foul on Green. And Brandon will go to the line with a chance to put that lead back up to 7. By the way, they figured everything out in Arizona State, and they kept with the call on the court, which was Devil's Ball. Brandon, the first shot. Good. Second shot coming for Brandon. 10:39 to go in the fourth quarter. 86-80 Mavericks. Brandon, the second. Good as well. Buddy Hield feeds it over to Ziemianski. Ziemianski crossover. Lost the ball. Stolen by Brandon Williams. Lays it up and in. But what are they calling? They said no basket. And Jason Kidd just went on the court. Jason is furious. Coach Kidd is furious about that call. What is the call here? Draymond Green is adamant. Kidd was yelling at the official. They are saying it was a kick ball, so they can't advance it. That's. Let's see this. Oh, no, the referee's made the right call. Ziemianski throws the ball, trying to bounce pass it through, and Brandon just sticks his pink shoe out there. At this point, and Brandon, I think, if he knew he was going to wear the white socks and the white sleeve pad, Brandon should have wore white shoes. But they're gonna give us the ball, but not the shot. 8-second violation is the call they're giving on Golden State for some reason. Fed one back and lays it up and in. Max Christie, what a play with the finger roll. Timeout, Golden State. We might see Curry. 10:26 to go in the game. Mavericks. '89, Golden State 80. All right. Okay, here we go. (108-106) Texas Tech. They have the ball in double overtime and are fouled. Another foul by Miller, and they need one of these shots not to go for the Red Raiders. What a game this is. In fact, I think all the top 25 games might be done by now. No, Duke is done. Yeah, they are. Missouri has finished off Oklahoma. Duke has finished off Cal. This is the final top 25 athletic event today. And the first shot is good. And the team that is ranked is up by 3. Remember, Arizona State has a timeout. In double overtime with 27.6 left, they trail by 3. It would behoove the Devils to get a rebound off of a miss here. Here's the shot. Good. 110-106. Gold. I would assume here Arizona State's just trying to bring the ball up and they call a timeout. And they're not. The pass missed. It's stolen away. Why didn't they call a timeout? Why didn't Arizona State call a timeout? They had one. They could have called a timeout and brought the ball up, but they turned the ball over. And with 16.4 left, Texas Tech is getting 2 free throws with a chance to ice this thing away with 16 seconds left, as we said, up by 4. By the way, we have an update. They're at the half. Clippers 66. Memphis Grizzlies 63. By the way, the Jazz also finished off the Lakers. And so it's just these two games that we talked about in the NBA. So no score updates to do after this game goes final, but we'll go to some other basketball games during commercials. And and the first shot is good. The second shot is good. Sorry, he missed the first shot. Clock was at 16 seconds. Arizona State wasn't picking up the ball. They wanted the ball to reach half court and then bring the clock up because remember they're trailing by 5. Right, so he
Clock starts right there. It looked like that Miller had touched the ball, but he fake touched it on purpose. Good recognition by the referee.
so the officials actually started the clock, but now they bring it on up. Here's Miller, deep 3, air balls out of bounds. That should be all she wrote. This game is basically over. We're back to Dallas here. Top of the key, 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Clay leads it up. Christie, good! Max Christie lays it up and in with a finger roll, and it's an 11-point lead. Curry is on the court. We were right about that. Oops it back up to Butler. Butler left corner. Butler cross side pass. It's over to Green. Draymond Green, tough layup, no good. Rebounded by Thompson. Here's Clay. Clay's going to bring it back up. Clay, crossover. Clay going to bounce that back up. Here's Kyrie. Kyrie driving. Lost the ball. Lost it again. And Draymond Green sets it back up for Curry. Curry has his buddy Healed. Healed back to Curry. Curry back to Healed. Healed top of the key. Healed guarded tightly. Back out to Green. Healed off the screen. Healed fakes. Crosses over. Lefty layup. Righty no good. Rebound Butler. Butler good. Jimmy Butler puts it in. And it's back to a single-digit lead only for the Mavericks. Here's Max. Max to bring it up. Jimmy Butler, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 14 points in his Golden State debut. Here's Max again. Back to Clay. Clay to Kyrie. Top of the key. Good! Kyrie for 3. And it's 94-82 Mavericks. 33 points for Kyrie Irving. The Montclair kid. Back out to Draymond Green. Oops it up and it's dunked home. Gary Payton slams it home. And so they're within 10. Here's Max again. Kyrie trying to get off of where Payton was. Kyrie guarded tightly by Curry. Max lobs it up to Kyrie. He's double teamed. Clay, deep 3. Off the top of the rim, no good. Rebounded by his best friend Curry, who feeds it over, and Jimmy tried to drive the basket and he was fouled. Or Jimmy Butler tried to drive the basket, he was fouled. 7:48 to go in the fourth. And I am again getting annoyed that I can't see how many fouls are on these teams. By the way, it is final. Texas Tech has won the game. And so they have beaten the Arizona State Red Devils. What a game Arizona State played, but just couldn't get the win. Mac exit layup, no good. Golden State is saying it's their ball. It is, unfortunately. And we have substitutions in. for both of these teams. And Jimmy will have more free throws. 94-86. One of 10 players with higher career points per game, rebound per game. That was a long stat. Jimmy's second is good. Butler's second is good, sorry. And so the deficit is 7 for Golden State. We've got to bring it up, and we will. Had one on a shot. Good! Kyrie for 3. Oh, what a play. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. Curry feeds one to Butler. He's fouled. So, by the way, we've got 2 college basketball games left. They're not unranked. They're not bad, though. Notre Dame, Boston College, Wyoming, New Mexico. And there is a really incredible volleyball game, as well as, actually, there's a D-League game as well. So, but we'll finish the college basketball commercials when we can. 36 points, 6 rebounds for Kyrie. But here's Butler. And this one spins in. And good. Back to within single digits again. Golden State will not go away. Well, actually, I'm unsure if that Notre Dame-Boston College game is actually live. There's a good chance it's probably not. It's not. Oh, that's why. It was in double overtime as well, and Notre Dame just beat Boston College in double overtime, 97-94. So it was actually going on live, but it just ended. So we'll go to that Wyoming, New Mexico game. And we can that. But 6:46 left here. 97-89 Mavericks. It's the high pass taken by Max. Christie rolls it right over to Kyrie. Drives by Curry. Kyrie left-handed layup. No good. And Mosey hands it back out to Curry. Steph Curry behind the back. Crossover. Fakes. Delays. Bounce pass. Lost it. Gets it back. Kyrie out of the air. Picks the ball up away from Curry. Kyrie out of traffic. Gets it over. Najee looking. Kyrie. And it's going to be Max again, driving the basket. Max up into contact, off the glass, and good. No foul, but he got it to go. And it's a 10-point lead. 13 points for Max Christie. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. This ball rolls out of bounds. Whose ball? Maverick ball. With 5:59 to play. And we now have more officials whistling as the Mavericks take a timeout. 5:59 to go in the fourth. We have 3 left. Golden State has 2. It is 99-89. Locals with the lead. All right, so Wyoming, New Mexico should be back, and they just went out of the break.
But he has managed to have a huge impact nonetheless. 15 points in just 21 minutes.
He's the only Wyoming Cowboy that is averaging double-figure points this season. There's a lot of...
Wyoming playing well. They are playing against a New Mexico team that is as hot as anybody in the country. But Obi Agbim. Obi Agbim with 15 points in this basketball game.
It brought a smile to my face when he says that his favorite NBA player, Jamal Crawford. He's not as big, not as tall as Jamal Crawford, but still see a lot of that influence in his game.
Fed it. There's Agbim. 7:15 to go in the second half. Both teams are in the bonus, although not in the bonus plus. Here's Agbem, gets it back for the Cowboys. Feeds it out to the left corner. Lobos chasing and a foul?
We could be looking at a free throw contest in these last 7 minutes, which
Yeah, foul
for the folks
against New Mexico, which is
it's been ugly.
weird. And
It's been ugly at the foul.
three Cowboys and 3 fouls. Willis Allen Nesbitt and 2 for New Mexico. Joseph and Dent.
Foul trouble. 1 and 1 for Oleg Koyenets.
1-1 for Hoyemans, the big European big man for Wyoming.
Second year with the Cowboys. Formerly played at Nebraska.
Transfer also from the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the Big Ten. Hoyemans' free throw's no good. And it's rebounded by the Lobos. 7 minutes to go in the half in the game. 56-51 Cowboys. Top of the key. A nice run could get New Mexico back in the game. Feeds it right back over. Fakes, and another foul.
Pass from Donovan Dent. It was a late.
This one on Milicevic. And free throws coming for New Mexico. So they have they have committed 7 fouls. So has Wyoming.
New Mexico has got a lot of the pick and roll, the roll man action.
First free throw coming, no good. But it's a 2-2. And Dante Allen checks out for the Cowboys because he has 4 fouls.
Free throw struggles continue.
Also, as we said, yes, with Sacramento actually in the 28-26 with their loss. Dallas, if we do win this game, the score holds. The Mavericks will go into the final spot in the Western Conference. Interestingly, Golden State is 27-26. So if they come back and win it, they go into the final spot of the Western Conference. So with Sacramento, despite their win, because of their losses to Golden State and Dallas, they will be out of a playoff spot despite winning. Draymond Green drives, lays it up and in. I think it's a charge. No. They call a blocking foul on the Mavericks. And Draymond Green gets it to go, and he gets that contact. And he will get a free throw coming up for a 3-point play for Golden State. Kessler checks in for the Mavericks. Draymond hits it. Kyrie, that bounce pass, it's picked up by Draymond Green, pushing the floor. Green lost the ball. Whose possession? Let's see. Possession Golden State. Feeds back to Curry. Back to Green. Back to Curry for 3. Good. Steph Curry from the right corner, and Golden State's within 4. Under 5 minutes left. 17 points and 8 assists for Steph Curry. Back to Kyrie. Double teamed. Kyrie checks it back at Najee. Out to Klay Thompson. Stutter step 3-pointer for the left corner. No good. Rebound up in the air. Draymond Green gets it. Feeds it back out to Curry. Curry trying to get the screen. Curry, top of the key for 3. In and out, no good. Up in the air, rebounded by Golden State, though. Fed back out Zemeckis. Back to him, wide open. Lays it in. And Golden State on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Can we break the spell? But a bad foul for them. As Max Christie Gets by Santos, who tried to reach in for some reason. 4:18 to go in the fourth. Locals 99. Golden State 97. And I will make a correction, and that was not Budzmansky. Can't see who that was. Looks like number 8. The jumper is good! And the Mavericks are back up by 4. Curry driving. Curry fakes. He's fouled. It's on Marshall, Najee. And with 3:58 to go in the fourth, Curry is going to have 2 shots from the charity stripe. By the way, New Mexico has come all the way back to a 59-58 lead with about 4:30 left in the second half. Well, we won't broadcast that if that's still going on when this game's final. Curry hits the first. This is the 6th straight game with 15 or more points for Max Christie. It's the longest streak of his career. Curry has another. He hits it. And Golden State is back to within 2. Just a hair over 4 minutes left. 101-99. Curry almost at 20 points now. But Kyrie, who has been cold in this fourth quarter, has scored 36 tonight. Fed one back out. A 3-pointer from the left corner. It's no good. There's a chase for the ball. And Moody gets it for Golden State. Moody to Draymond Green. Green to Curry for the lead. Good. From the right corner, a 3-pointer is good, and Steph Curry has given Golden State their first lead since early in the first quarter when they led 6-4, 102-101, Golden State. And now we trail with 3:31 to go in the ball game. Winner moves up to 8th in the West. We'll be back. And they are at commercial at Wyoming, New Mexico as well. So we'll go to the minor league game, I guess. Which is the Austin Spurs and the South Bay Lakers. And there's 3:10 left in the fourth in this game. So South Bay is complaining about something. It's a 99-point lead for 99-89 lead for the Spurs. 3:10 to go in the fourth. I like this court. Very interesting. Spurs will bring it up, Austin. And the 22 at the right corner. Fakes a fadeaway. 4-3. It is good. Malachi Flynn with a monster shot. Makes it 102-89. Here comes South Bay. Top of the key. Faking. Right corner. Driving. Pump fake. Layup. Good for the Lakers. And the Spurs will bring it up by 11 here. We are back in the NBA game. And 2:22 left in that fourth quarter. 3:25 here. And we have a foul. On the floor, it's on Moody. Yes. So Max will bring it in. Kyrie, fadeaway off the rim, no good. Butler gets the rebound. Draymond Green. Fed it back to Manstein. Podziemski, excuse me. Back out, fadeaway. Butler, no good. Rebounded. He stole the rebound back. Moody did. Fed it out to Curry. Fakes the 3. Curry tries to dribble around Kyrie. Curry does. Yeah, that fadeaway is no good. There's no foul. Kyrie's trapped. He almost turned it over. But here's Max again. Max to Najee. Najee wide open. Max blocked. Foul on Golden State on Draymond Green with 2:32 to go. And we're both in the bonus, so this is going to be a 1-1 for Mr. Max Christie with a chance to tie or give him the lead. Oh, no foul. I guess not. Top of the key. We get the ball. Klay Thompson, deep three off the top of the rim. It's rebounded by Najee. Fed back out to Kyrie. Kyrie lost the ball. Foul on Golden State. On Butler, I believe. What a game this has turned out to be. 2:20 to go. 102, 101. Golden State in front, but they just committed a foul. And Kyrie kept saying, up. It's on the up. It's on the up. That's where he got my arm. That's where he slapped my arm. And a cacophony of noise here because they say that Kyrie's feet were behind the three-point line, which means that it's going to be 3 shots for Kyrie, which means the lead can go up to 2 if he makes all of them. The worst possible scenario, he misses all of them, and we're behind only by 1, but guess what? He hits the first, and we're tied at 102. They're going to monitor that, look at that for a long time now. Here's Kyrie at the free throw line. Kyrie, second, good. Mavs are back on top, 103, 102, and Kyrie has another shot from the charity stripe. Draymond Green feel vindicated if this is a miss. It's not. He hits all 3. 104, 102, 39 points for Kyrie. 14 of 24 field goal percentage, 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. A 2-point lead for the Mavericks. Curry at the top of the key. Curry guarded hard by Kyrie. Curry feeds back to Zeminski for 3. No good. Rebounded by Curry. Curry lays it in. And Golden State's tied it. Let's see if we can get them in a bad position. Under 2 minutes to go. By the way, we're monitoring New Mexico and Wyoming. New Mexico just got fouled. They have free throws. That game is tied at 63. Kyrie for 3. Good! Kyrie Irving, 42 points in the ball game. 107-104 Dallas. Mavericks, screen back to Draymond. Draymond, Green, right over to Butler. Butler lost it. Max gets it back. Max tries to go through a slew of players. He loses the ball, and Golden State gets it on back. Here's Mooney. Missed it. Layup good, Butler. 1:23 to go. Golden State has 2 timeouts. We have 2 timeouts. 1-point lead for us, for the Mavericks. Here is Kyrie, the 42-point guy. Kyrie back to Max. Max driving. Fed it. Layup no good. Rebound back to Curry. Curry drives the lane. Curry looks, passes back. Zeminski back out for 3. Mooney off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Klay Thompson. We have a timeout, I believe, by Golden State. They were saying that that's a dead ball. No, we'll call a timeout. Sorry. 53.9 to go in the game. 107-106 Mavericks. They have 2 timeouts left. We have 1 left. But we'll be getting the ball with a chance. Kyrie Irving, 42 points. He likely is going to make himself back on the court if it gets into get the guy the ball to shoot free throws and hit things accurately. Wyoming's now up by 2 in that game against New Mexico. It's 65-63 with about 1:22 left in it. I don't know the score on that D-League game or G-League game, right? It's called G-League now. I know Austin was up by a lot with about 2:20 left. I don't know how much time is left right now. 27 seconds left This game is not over, actually. This D-League is G-League game. Austin has a 6-point lead with only 27 seconds left. But South Bay needs missed free throws. And Austin is bringing it out. .9 left. Also, South Bay doesn't have any timeouts, and they are dealing with the free throws being shot. Max will throw it in. If there is overtime, of course we'll have it. Max has to get this in cleanly. We lead by 1. Max feeds it over to Kyrie. Back out to Max. Fed back Kyrie. Back Max. Back Clay. Clay back to Max. Max top of the key for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, and Najee lost it, and Curry's got it. Remember, they have 2 timeouts. 35 seconds left. Curry is fouled by Najee. And I think they were planning on bringing the ball up and calling a timeout, but instead, Curry's going to have free throws coming. By the way, Austin has outlasted South Bay. They just beat the Lakers. The Austin Spurs win in that G League game. So now we have only other 2 games we can go to commercials if there are any. And that is that New Mexico game and also the big volleyball top 5 game. Curry hits the first and we're tied. Talking about what we can go to. I know that there's an NBA game going on as well in Los Angeles. I understand that, but can't do it. Oh, New Mexico, I think, just hit a big shot. Milcevic. 7:06 left in the third quarter, 88-70. It's an 18-point lead for the Clippers. Not the same state here. Curry missed the free throw. Timeout. Mavericks, we have none left. Curry missed the second with 35.1 left. We can bring the ball up. No more timeouts left in regulation. Cannot hold for the final shot. But we can get a late shot. And if we hold for the shot clock and get an offensive rebound, then we can hold for the game winner. How crazy that is. By the way, in New Mexico just took a timeout. They lead by 3, but it was a dead ball. Wyoming's going to get the ball with 1 timeout left. New Mexico has another as well. Trailing by 3 against the Lobos. Which, for anyone who was wondering, that is actually the Wolves in Spanish. All right, what's the play that you run here for Dallas? I think you got to get Kyrie the ball. You got to set some screens for him. And no turnovers. No turnovers. Got to settle for a good shot. You got to box out, but if it's a defensive rebound by Golden State late in the shot clock, it hurts. It doesn't kill you. If you're the Mavericks, you just got to get a really good quality shot off. It would hurt a lot more if you turn the ball over. Clay will bring it out. We'll throw it in. 35.1 left. We are at Golden State side of the floor. Clay looking for Kyrie to get open. He gets up at the pick and roll. Running out Mosey to bring the double team. Flicks one back out. Najee floater. Good! 25.6 left. Timeout Golden State. They have 1 left. Najee Marshall with a floater. And with 25.6 left, Mavericks lead 109-107. But there is still time. But the good thing with that shot is they actually put Golden State in a compromising position. What's the compromising position? There is a second more on the shot clock than there is in the game, meaning Golden State cannot hold for the last shot. There's 25.6 left in the fourth. So they cannot just hold for a game winner or game tire. Golden State cannot do that. Now, we don't have any timeouts, but this is where it gets crazy. Remember, the winner overtakes Sacramento for the final spot in the Western Conference. For today, closing in on the All-Star break. I think, is it tomorrow the final day before the All-Star break? Yes. Yeah, tomorrow is the final day before the All-Star break. And neither of these teams, well, actually, incorrect. Golden State, this is their final game before the All-Star break. It is not the Mavericks. We host Miami in a rematch of the 2006 and 2011 NBA Finals. Zemetzky hands it back in. Top of the key. Butler driving. Butler finger roll. Is it a charge? They call a charge on Butler, but I think Golden State wants to review. They are challenging that our guy didn't have his feet set. And that's Kyrie. I think this is a charge. I think this is going to stand. And so there's a little bit on that angle. I think this is a charge, and I think we're getting the ball. The problem, though, is if this is a blocking foul, Butler scored, so it would tie the game, and he would get a chance to go to the free throw line to give Golden State the lead. And remember, we don't have a timeout. Now, even if this is a charge, we don't automatically win. There's still some bookkeeping that has to be done. I believe it's over in New Mexico. It is not. There's 3 seconds left in it, but it is upheld. It is a charge. Maverick ball with 17 seconds left. And now we get to the bookkeeping. And Kyrie, 43 points. I think it was 7 rebounds, 6 assists. But maybe the biggest play, he draws a charge. And if you're Golden State, they cannot let Kyrie get the ball because he's such an efficient free throw shooter. They try to feed it out to him. Kyrie dribbling by in. Kyrie loops it back over to the left corner. He had to hold the ball. He'll have to hold the ball, and a foul. It's Max Christie going to the line with a chance to shoot 2. Golden State has no timeouts. We have no timeouts. If he hits both, it's bordering on game. By the way, New Mexico has just beaten Wyoming. Max hits the first. He hits the second. Golden State's in a world of hurt. Because Golden State would have to hit a shot very quickly with 10 seconds left, and then they'd have to trap or foul. And our Golden State probably have to hit a 3 here because the problem is you can't advance the ball, but you want to hit a 3 here. So if 2 free throws get made afterwards, this is if Max hits this. If Max doesn't hit this, but remember, neither team can call a timeout to bring out the ball. Max hits the second. So now Golden State is in a world of hurt, which is great. They need something here. They probably need a 3. It's tapped up. It's picked off. We're going to hold on. We're going to win. Mavericks beat Golden State 111-107 momentarily. We will go into 8th in the Western Conference, and if we take care of business against the Heat tomorrow, we will go to the All-Star break in a playoff spot. 111-107. What a ball game. Unbelievable. Tremendous. And that's it. Good night, everybody. Happy hockey basketball, everybody.